Um, Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahab Kodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, because those are the men who I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to you, sincere sisters that's listening in silence, as the scriptures command you to do so. Bahashem, meaning coming in the name. Ba means coming in. Ha means the. Shah means name. Wakah means holy. Kodash means spirit. And pretty much in this lesson, it's going to be titled as "Give Diligence to Make Your Calling and Election Sure." Laboring. All right, and we're gonna go back into these scriptures because it's always good to go into these scriptures. This is Philippians 2:12. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." You as an Israelite man, a so-called Negro, Hispanic, Native American Indian, when you come to this truth, you're getting washed. You're getting that water baptism, right? And you have to learn literally everything all over again. So now that you have learned everything all over again, right? You come in to serve the Lord. When you come across a camp, a video, however you got the truth, you know, through time you begin to learn, right? You have to study yourself approved. But as you come into this truth, you got to start doing lessons, okay? You got to start putting in, being a helping body to Yahweh Bashimashai, mainly working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Because I said this many times before, nobody in this truth can save you. You individually have to bring in your own labors, your own works, because you are working out your own salvation individually in this truth. You can be under brothers 24/7, but that's not going to determine your salvation at the end of the day. So you want to be mindful for that as an Israelite man. You want to, whatever you can get in this truth, because nobody in this truth can save you. No matter how close and cool you are with brethren, they can't save you at the end of the day. And being under them only, that's not going to determine your salvation. It says 1 Corinthians 15:58, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unremovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord." And that should be in your mind 24/7. That should be in your spiritual walk 24/7, is abounding in the work of the Lord. Bringing in what you can bring in. If it's even a 7-minute video and that's all the time that you got to do a video, then you better do that video. You better bring in, a 7-minute video if you can, just to get a lesson in. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. It says, "Abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." You see? So your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So you want to be getting in what you can get in. You know, every other day, or 3 videos within a week, or a video every day, however you do it. Make sure you get something in this truth, because it is important to be doing the work of the Lord. This is Second Peter. This is 2 Peter 1:10. It says, "Wherefore rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure." And how can you make your calling and election sure? With diligence. Laboring, working out your own salvation. Being a helping body to Yahweh Bashimashai, participating in this thing, bringing something to the table. Because you got to bring something to the Lord's table, regardless if you believe in this or not, or you feel you're not ready. You've been in this truth longer than 6 months. You have to bring something to the table. Otherwise than that, you're wasting your own time and you're playing with the Lord. And that's not good, because The Lord can take your talent that he gave you and he can give it to somebody else. You can lose the spirit. The Lord can take it from you and give it to someone else, and you don't want that. It says, for if you do these things, ye shall never fall. So you want to give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Get in what you can, bring what you can to the table. Because sitting on your talent, the Lord can take it away and somebody else will have your talent. And then you'll find yourself no longer in this thing. So you got to be mindful and remember, why you in this truth. Going back to what Elder Apostle Ramlup said, you got to ask yourself why you in this truth. Just sitting around in this thing and just looking at it for entertainment or just being under brothers, that's not a good spirit to be in, man. And I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. This ain't directed to any brother in the truth. It's just a reminder. Make sure that, you're getting in what you can get in. I do a lot over here on my end as well. But I try to get in what I can. If I even can get 8 minutes of free time to do a video, that's what it's gonna be. Because I fear the Lord that much. Get in what you can get in. And this is Ciroc. Get that Ciroc out. Salakia. This is Ciroc. I start at verse 1. Oh, that's temptation though. Salakia. I'm thinking of something else. Salakia. I can use that precept. I'll still get it out. Sirach 2:1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Because even with doing works, it comes with temptation. Being in this truth, it comes with temptation. So if you come to serve the Lord, you doing videos, you doing the works, just know that it's going to come with hardships also. It's going to come with a lot of trials and tribulations in this thing. So you want to be mindful to stay committed to the Lord, and let me get that Colossians 3:2. That's what I wanted originally. This is Colossians 3:2. It says, set your affections on the things above and not on the things of the earth. See, so you want to set your affection on the things above. And those things above is what? Doing the will of the Lord, doing the works, staying focused, studying to show yourself approved, being embedded in this truth, putting this truth, as the number one prize, which you should be doing, which we all do. And we stay focused on the truth. We stay focused on the things above, not the things of the earth, because the things of the earth, that can't profit us anything. That's not going to save us at the end of the day. Matthew 6 and 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth. Now, don't get me wrong, we do work a decent job, where we making a decent living, to make it to survive in this society. So there's nothing wrong with that. But when it says lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, don't be trying to live lavish here, trying to be a billionaire, right? It says where moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Because I said this many times, you could be making $500,000 or $900,000 a month or a year, or however you make your money, right? People can take that away from you. Verse 20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. You see, but lay up treasures for yourself in heaven, because this your spiritual riches that you earn, that you're working in this truth, all right, it's earning a place for you, a spot for you to be of the elect. And that's the most important thing. That's why we labor. That's why we do works. That's why we get in, is what we can get in, so we can be able to receive that salvation. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves it says where thieves do not break through or steal. Because nobody can steal your spiritual riches. Those are your works that you've labored spiritually. Those jewels is hold for you. Nobody can take that from you. right? It says, verse 21, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So there where your mind is focused on, there's where your mind is going to be at. So you want to be focused on this truth, doing the works, all right, being a helping body to the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, and stay in focus, because at the end of the day, you're working out your salvation. Let's get that Psalms 51:11 now, because I quoted it, Psalms 51:11, and we'll wrap it up with this. It says, cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. And you don't want that, right? The scriptures tells us when we read, I think it's 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter. I think it's, the 4th chapter right here, right? In verse 14, it says what? Neglect not the gift that is in thee, because the Lord gave you a gift. Okay, so you have to use your gift. You may feel that your gift isn't on a level of certain other brothers, but you can't be not envious, but worried about that. Well, this brother is able to break down Genesis 49, but I can only get out 2 or 3 scriptures about Job 9:24 or Deuteronomy 20:68. That's all I know. But this brother can do a whole breakdown in Genesis 49. You're not supposed to be worried about stuff like that. That's that gift that the Lord gave him. The Lord gave you a gift, and you only know 3 or 4 precepts, or you only know, the basics of the scriptures. Teach that. Teach what you know. Don't be ashamed of what you know. Teach what you know. Through time, the Lord is going to grow you, and he's going to give you more abilities through the Spirit, to know. It's going to take time. But you too busy worried about this brother and how the Lord is dealing with him. You letting it discourage you in this thing. That's not a good spirit to be in. Neglect not the gift that is in thee. Whatever the Lord gave you, each brother in this truth has their own gift. And you got to find it, though. That's where the challenging comes in, because you got to find your gift. Nobody can help you find your gift. You got to know what your gift is. It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given by prophecy. See? So the Lord ordained you to be a prophet. The Lord gave you this truth, right? So your gift, you got to find your gift. And when you find your gift, you try to make it better, growing it. It says, with the lying of the hands of the presbytery, which the presbytery is referring to the elders, man. Okay? So, in this whole thing, you got to find your gift. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. On to the next one. Shalom.